Hey guys, it is the J-Man. Another video. New Hellboy footage has have been out. They've released a new poster. What is? I'll show you the original poster first, which you've all seen. Just show you what's going on. The old poster, we've got Hellboy looking. It's David Hopper from Stranger Things, who a great actor. Again, we all love Ron Perlman, so someone good has to take over, and someone good is taking over. Don't fear. It's going to be a good movie, I think. Yeah, the original picture, he's very much his good self. He's got his horns are shaven down. He's got the cross on his belt. The Samaritan. He looks different. The only thing that's really different, super different, is the fact that his right hand of doom is more made of metal than it is made of stone, like in the original one, which is interesting. It's new. I know, and then we compare it to the new pick. I haven't done a video on this actually because I've only been not doing YouTube not young actually. Basically, what I wanted the mood to be was that Hellboy starts out good, and then they show him his true destiny, where he's supposed to be evil. He's supposed to destroy the earth. And they did it a little in Hellboy 1, but only for the last scene. And then they said that in Hellboy 2, you're going to destroy the world, and then he didn't. And I thought they were going to do it in Hellboy 3, and they didn't. So they're rebooting it now. This pick, he looks fully demon. His horns are back. Is that the Sword of Storms? I don't know. He has a sword. Fire. I think this is what I wanted. He's gonna turn evil. I think maybe in the film they should actually have him evil through a lot of the film, and then maybe at the end they bring him back, because I just want to see. I feel like the whole point in the prophecy is the fact the prophecy has to come true in some fashion, So I'm kind of hoping we do see him a little bit more evil from him. Yeah, there's a little bit of David Harbour and Ron Perlman did meet actually. Apparently they are getting on really well. I think David Harbour respects Ron Perlman a lot, because Ron Perlman gave a lot to the role, and he's just such a good actor, and everyone respects Ron Perlman, I think. So I think, and he wants to do this film right. So I think there was he had dinner with him, David Harbour, Ron Perlman, and Patton Oswalt. Patton Oswalt. I remember him from the American Hi-Fi video where he was dressed as a corn dog. I've always loved Matt since that point. Yeah, so they're just running through it. They're just saying that they had a good time. I think Patton Oswalt was one of the. He thought the two should get together. I mean, David Harbour really wanted to meet Ron Perlman. Again, I'm glad Ron Perlman's on board with this, because at first I thought Ron Perlman was going to hate this because it was his movie, it was his baby almost. They took it from him, but I like the fact he is on board. This bit here, I just want to say, reading through his interview here. I'm not going to read the whole interview. There's quite a lot to take in here. Basically, I think they have promised us. Again, I want to say that I think they haven't promised us, but I'm pretty sure they've said it's set to be an R-rated movie, because we want it to be a horror movie. We want it. I think if they are gonna do another Hellboy movie, they could at least offer us something the previous film didn't offer. And the previous film was, I don't know what rating was in America, probably PG-13. It was 12 in England. We want our R-rated Hellboy movie. Hellboy's got to be dark. He's got to be evil. We just want hell on earth, It's going to be scary. I want it to be a full-on horror movie. And that's like, I reckon hopefully this is what they're offering us in this next film. Again, no confirmation on that. But yeah, I'm not sure. I've not looked into it a lot. I mean, I know for a fact. Please tell me I'm saying this right. Mila Jovovich. I know her from Resident Evil, obviously, etc. She's gonna be playing the Blood Queen. I dig it. I mean, we're used to seeing her as a hero, but she's gonna be a brilliant villain. David Harbour was great in Stranger Things. He's gonna be great in this. I don't know. Some people could think of Hopper, his character from Stranger Things, as less demon Hellboy. Really, I mean, he's a good guy who's a little bit messed up, and that's exactly what Hellboy is. So just add superpowers to the equation, you know. They want him to take over the Earth. That's basically what he's doing. So we know he can do that role. We've got the billboard poster here. It looks like it's very much like the comic artwork, actually. It's very much like the comic artwork. But I think that this is an official for the film. Yeah, I think the film has been renamed Hellboy, just Hellboy. Because it was going to be Hellboy: Rise of the Blood Queen or Hellboy: The Blood Queen, but I think they've just stuck with Hellboy now. And there is the Blood Queen on the poster. She looks a little bit like Amy Winehouse. Yeah, I love the fact they're using comic artwork for the film, but I think it's like this film they're really going into the comics specifically. It's like the new Spawn movie is going to be Todd McFarlane, and Todd McFarlane did the comics, he's doing the film, and we know he can direct, he's done music videos, etc. And I think he did the cartoon. So yeah, we know he's going to do a good job. I'm so excited for that Spawn coming out. I think Spawn isn't going to star Spawn. Spawn's going to star, I think, a detective who's searching for Spawn. I'm not sure. It's going to be a good movie. I want to see what he does with it. Yeah. The look they've given us for Hellboy. There's another pic, which is a lot more CGI enhanced. He looks like a ghost or something, which I'm guessing is more of a demon because his face isn't super. Like, he doesn't look super like Hopper's face. David Harbour's face. He looks fully demon. It's just his body really that they're using. But I like that. They've dehumanized him, but I feel like it depends on the scene. I reckon when he's full demon, he's going to look a little less human because he's going to be less human. Though for his human scenes, he's going to look more human, obviously, because he's got too much emotional depth. He's got so much emotional depth. I don't know if they're going to do the whole thing with Liz in this like they did the last film, because the last one they made it a little bit too romancy. And I think if they're going to make this film darker, and those who thought that the last, I don't know if anybody did, but if anybody thought the last one was too watered down or too washed, being PG-13, I think in the new film, if they're going to be darker, they won't want to focus too much on the love aspect, because we've had it before, and I think that's what they need to do in the new Spider-Man film. We had a trilogy on Mary Jane, we had 2 films on Gwen Stacy, last film was Liz Allen, so maybe now there is a new girl, but I think now they should slow down, and I think that's what they're doing in Hellboy. Segueing into Spider-Man, we've got some test footage of Mysterio. I believe we do have Jake Gyllenhaal, who I think was the first choice for Spider-Man 4. Second choice, I think, for Spider-Man 4. It never happened, and they wanted him, so now they're getting him. All I'm going to say is the suit looks pretty cool. There's a little bit of set footage. I'm not sorry what's going on there, but I don't care. It looks good. The suit looks amazing. I've got 2 pics here. I'm not sure if those lights are part of the suit or they're like CGI things. I believe it's a stunt double in this picture, so I don't know if it's actually Jake. I think it's a stunt man. I think somebody said on Twitter. All it's missing is the big fishbowl head. I want to see him a fishbowl head. I don't know if it's going to be like a physical bowl on his head, or maybe he's going to have like a white aura around his head. I don't know. I don't know. I think they're going to do it good though. But for anyone who's played Spider-Man, I think it was Spider-Man 1, the Spider-Man, the game of the movie, in 2002 one, I think Quentin Beck was a villain in himself, which he was almost like the Riddler kind of villain. So I think he doesn't need to be too Mysterio-y because he's a rich enough character as he is as himself. So then he only really needs to be Mysterio, I reckon, for the final battle. And I think there is a final battle. They're filming the final battle. That's what the footage is, I think. But it's hard to see. So we're going to see more footage of it anyway. and somebody's going to break that down for, anyway. But I'm excited. I mean, they did Vulture, right? I mean, you might say Vulture doesn't look like the one from the comic books. No, he doesn't, but they made him good. They wrote a good story for him. Michael Keaton was the Vulture in the last film, and one of my favourite Batman. He was one of my favourite Batman movies, and he's a good villain too. I like that we sympathise with him though. He was done wrong, and he was taking something back. And I think we're gonna have a similar thing with Mysterio. I don't know what kind of origin story they're going for with him. I can't wait to find out. But again, he's a character though. He less so than the Vulture. But I think he's been done wrong, and he wants to take something back as well. And you kind of feel like, I like an underdog. I mean, I think I'm not going to go as far. Spider-Man's obviously going to be the good guy. Spider-Man's like super good in the Tom Holland series. I love Tom Holland. So it's not like you know how with the original trilogy, I feel like I wanted Dr. Octopus to win in Spider-Man 2. You know, even though he would have destroyed New York City if he'd have made that perpetual sun in the palm of my hand. If he'd have made the tritium, he would have actually, destroyed New York. But I mean, so maybe he shouldn't have won. But I mean, that's the thing. I don't know. I want to see what. I don't know what Mysterio's plan is going to be in this film. But I'm glad we get Mysterio because again, there's they've been wanting to do a Mysterio film since Spider-Man 3 came out, and it got put on hold. It stopped, and now they're actually doing it again. And they've actually got an actor who they feel fits right in with the role. We wanted Jake Gyllenhaal for years. Not confirmed. I'm pretty sure that is the cast choice. And they've wanted him for years, so it's cool they're actually getting him in, because I know they've had him on the back burner for a long time. The suit looks good. I mean, he does look like an Avengers villain here. He looks like Red Loki or something. Yeah, so I'm stoked for that. Third thing, the new Titans trailer dropped today. I was going to do more on it, but there's not a lot in there that wasn't in the last trailer. There's just a bit more footage. There's nothing that made me go, oh my god, that's in it. But the one thing I'll point out about the new Titans trailer, those in the UK were upset because the DC Universe streaming app is not available in the UK. It is not, but never fear. Titans will stream on Netflix. I have Netflix. Smug mode engaged. The UK people will be able to see Teen Titans. I don't know if all of the DCU series are going to be on Netflix. Because I think it's a case of in America you'll get it on the DC Universe app. As much as you'll get all the benefits of having the app, we can still see the shows around the world. So yeah, I mean, I really want to watch Swamp Thing when that comes out, and the Harley Quinn series. I'm going to watch Titans. Don't necessarily remove the F-bomb from trailer 2. I think somebody said they're going to start out as being a hard R just because to show something different we don't get normally, and then it's going to become more PG-13 as it progresses when people are watching the show, which I don't know, it's good and it's bad. I mean, it's directorial balls. Again, I've said this before and I'll say it again, that it is directorial balls. With the exception of with the exception of Deadpool and Wolverine, I don't know if anybody has said the F word in a superhero movie. Blade, I suppose, the Punisher. I mean, in the main, I don't know if the DC streaming universe is canon to the existing universe we have. So I don't know if it's existent to the movie, or I don't know if it's existent to the Arrowverse, Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow verse. I don't know if it's canon to either of those, or it's its own unique thing. It'd be cool if it was its own unique thing, or actually it's probably just the animated universe, because they're all kind of semi-related, but they can do a different thing, which I think is what they're planning on doing with the Joker movie. I'm not going to go into Joker movie because I've done a lot on that. But yeah, I think that's what they're planning on doing, so it's kind of like it is related, but they can do films that aren't related if they would like to. I'm guessing this one won't be related to the animated universe, but Harley Quinn will. This might be a standalone series, because I don't know, I don't want them to cast, I think they have actually, but I think I didn't want them to cast Batman because I feel like there's two things you can do with Batman. Either put all your money into getting good actors to play Batman, giving him a badass muscle suit made of molten rubber and gadgets and stuff, and then he outshadows the existing characters, and the whole idea is that Robin, Starfire, Beast Boy, and Raven especially, in my opinion, all have rich stories of their own to tell, and I feel like Batman would take away from their stories. Or secondly, which does look like might be a case, they're going to give us a crappy Batman. Prove me wrong, please do. Please prove me wrong. But they might do is give us a pretty disappointing Batman, and then it won't take away from the existing characters. But whenever you watch a fan series, I never want to see Batman in a fan like the Nightwing series or any side characters to Batman. I do not want to see Batman in it because Batman's only going to take shine away from the good heroes or new to Batman in a Batman and Robin sense. So I think they shouldn't get bogged down on Batman because everyone's seen a Batman movie, everyone knows who Batman is, everyone knows Batman's story. Not everyone knows Robin's story. Not everyone knows the rest of the Titans stories as well, because Robin's only been in like 2 movies, 66 and Batman Forever and Batman Robin. But I don't count Batman Robin. It's comedy genius, not the Dark Knight Batman. I really like Batman Forever though. I mean, cheesy, yeah, but I mean, I think what was cheesy for its time wasn't cheesy for its time. It's just become cheesy now because it was like, this is a new take on Robin. It's very different from the 60s one. He's more rebellious as a teen now. Obviously, he's a teenager. By the looks of it, Robin joining the Titans in itself is an act of teenage rebellion, but I don't know if it is Teen Titans. I want to stress that one, the new show, because Raven obviously is a teenager. Robin, Dick Grayson is in the trailer. And Dick Grayson looks a little bit older than her. I don't know, because he's like a detective and stuff, so he's I don't know if Tim Dredd or Jason Todd is in it, I'm not sure. I don't know a lot about what's going on in Teen Titans, but I can't wait for it to come out. Starflyer looks a bit older. She's not sure about whatever outfit she's wearing though. She looks like she might be one of those prostitutes. I don't know what's happening with the series. I might be dead on. I mean, don't know a lot about that subject, to be honest. But maybe they've just chosen a terrible costume. I don't want them to make the costumes too sexy or slutty, because it's like, it's not about that anymore. So I don't know. I mean, again, they can make her a prostitute and still have her as a good storyline. I mean, they've done it before in stories before. So I'm not worried about this being a bad series. It's probably gonna be a different take. Throwing an F-bomb in there, why hell not? Not sure. There was a little bit of romping going on in this trailer. Don't know. I mean, again, it's a superhero show we've not seen yet. That's the thing. Again, I think it's going to be a good show, whether or not it's like true to the comics. Because again, I do like things to be accurate to the comics, but as a show is a show, I reckon it is going to be a good show. So I think watch it as what it is. Don't get a comic book out and say that didn't happen, and that didn't happen. Imagine this is a whole separate universe of the comic. And if you told the same story as it was in the comic books, it would just be copying and pasting somebody else's idea. That being said, Todd McFarlane's Spawn, it is your idea. You can copy and paste your own stuff. I will thank you. Do the animated series as a movie. Tangented, lost my place. Titans. I'm just so stoked it's going to be on Netflix. That's the thing. Doubt it's going to be in relation to Black Lightning. Even though it's gonna be 2D, everyone was really confused. Everyone thought Black Lightning was like to do with the Marvel, it's not. No, I mean he's DC, but it's dark like their show, so it looks like it's part of the Daredevil universe and the Defenders universe, sorry. And it's not. It's DC, not Marvel. So I don't know if this will be related to that. It'd be really cool if it was, but I love the trailer says a Netflix original series, and it's not a Netflix original series. You've just bought it. But as with a lot of Netflix series, I mean, very few of the ones that are Netflix originals are actually made by Netflix. Yeah. So that's all I'm gonna do on that. Hellboy looks good. Spiderman looks good. Titans looks good. Full positives for this video. A full house, as Jeremy Kyle would say, or Jerry Springer. You have Jeremy Kyle in the States, right? I think Jeremy Kyle USA. Yeah, everything looks good. No negatives in this video. For once, I mean, my God, Joe's going off on another rant. No rants today. I'm excited, very excited for Hellboy. I'm very excited for Spider-Man, and I'm looking forward to Titans. I mean, Titans, it's like I'm not going to die if I don't see Titans, because I'm going to see Titans. I am addicted to Netflix. There is so much stuff I need to watch on Netflix. I might do a podcast on Netflix. Actually, I really want to do that. I keep saying I'm going to do another episode of my podcast. Actually, my vlog. I want to do immediate plans. I want to do one on Superman. I was thinking I want to talk about the new Superman movie that they're planning, but I thought I might as well do a whole video on Superman. So because I used to be like, when I was in school, I was like super into Superman. So I've got a lot to say. So I'm going to talk about Christopher Reeve, Brendan Routh, who I liked, Henry Cavill, and then in between. Because I'm big Superman fan. So I'll probably do one on that. I was going to do another one on wrestling, but I feel like I've done one on All In, so I don't want to do another wrestling one straight away. So yeah, Superman's one of the ones I plan on doing, and I might do one on TV shows. So I'll probably do one on Netflix. I might probably talk about the Marvel Netflix universe. I do one on the Big Bang Theory. I've watched so much Big Bang Theory. So that's the immediate plan: Superman, and then probably maybe Netflix. Definitely, I'm going to set that in stone now. I'm definitely doing one on Superman. Just whenever I got the time. Yeah, those are the immediate plans. I've done a long one today. I do apologise for those, but I think the last 5 minutes will just be me rambling. So imagine it's a 17-minute video. Skip the rest. That will be all. J-Man out.